Hi guys, it's Fatal Kidney Shot here, and in this video I will be talking about a very interesting subject I found. Hopefully a lot of you are familiar with haunted houses, cursed objects and left dead empty buildings, all that kind of stuff, really bone-chilling stuff. It turns out I actually found a very interesting story about an orphanage in Denmark. That's said to have been rumored that it's still haunted to this day, though I think it's 22 years ago or something it closed down. Let's just stick with 20 years, about 20 years, give or take. But this orphanage, it's called the Orphanage of Jenner, I think you want to call it if you're not non-Danish. Anyway, I'll leave some links in the description. But basically this is an orphanage that opened in 1967, and it were meant to be an orphanage for girls primary. I think only actually, basically only just for girls. And the principal of this orphanage was maybe some of the most insane kind of person that I've heard of in a long time. Now, before I go any further, I would like to inform you all that digging up any story on the internet on this orphanage is next to impossible. There's literally nothing except for a shit ton of pictures everywhere, and I'll leave a few links to those as well in the description, so you can see it for yourself. It's a really eerie house. It's a really eerie location. It's scary, creepy to look at. But anyway, as I said, it opened in 1967, and this man was really evil to these girls. He would from time to time he would just hit them. He would abuse them. He would even kill and psychologically, mentally hurt them. He was not any good. He was not in any right to be a principal at an orphanage, not at all whatsoever. He didn't have any kind of decency in him. But he kind of ruled this orphanage, and it closed down not even 20 years after the opening. It closed down in 1984, so it's been open for 18 years, which is really not that much for an orphanage, but still a lot of time for that one person to do so much damage to so many people, and that's terrifying. It really is. But it closed there, as I said, in 1984, and after that the house has practically just been staying still. It's not really been maintained. I've heard that some of the windows and the doors might be sealed off or something like that, due to a lot of people have tried to go in and explore it. And if anyone ever got in, they should be really careful and really watch their step, because the house is on the verge to collapse. It's just so damn damaged and haven't been maintained for many years. As I said, about 20 years without maintenance, give or take. That's a lot of time for a house basically made out of wood, So yeah, as people have said, you could easily fell through the floor or something like that. And one thing I didn't tell you is that it closed, as I said, it closed in 1984 due to the principal have hung himself as a result of, I think the public actually found out who he was and what he were doing. So he hung himself in the gymnastics hall of this orphanage, where it is said to this day he still roams the halls, that if you ever go in there, you'll feel like as if you were being watched without anybody actually being there. You just got this eerie feeling someone is looking at you, someone is watching you, but you can't see anyone or anything. It's just this eerie feeling people have got, and I want to bring a little bit more attention to it, because I would really like to study this a little bit more. And I don't know how accurate or how inaccurate the story is. This is just from what I've gathered. Hopefully there's a certain amount of truth to it, so I don't just sit here and spit shit because that would be really bad. But this is actually what I've been gathered, that he was a really mean man. He hung himself, and he's still set to roam the halls to this day. Now, a lot of people have also been talking about the fact that you shouldn't, if you are ever wanting to go in and enter the area, you should really be careful. Yeah, I mean, really watch your step, because as I said, it was so damaged, but also that the place is haunted in a very eerie way. But I don't know what people have seen or heard. The only thing I really stumbled upon was that people have been felt as if they're being watched, and that's basically the only genuine experience I've got. And it was not only from a certain group of people, it was actually several groups that have been telling this, and they just got the feeling that it's a really creepy place. Also, if you look at it, I'll provide some pictures in the link description and such. You could see for yourself, it's really, really eerie. It's an eerie place, and hopefully someone knows a little bit more that will be gathered. If you're watching this video and you know anything about the story, if I'm spitting shit, or if you actually know the truth, or have any more to supply the story with, please let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate it a bunch. And I think actually that's where I'm going to end this video. So you know what, you guys, as always, though this is a creepy subject, you just gotta stay horny, awesome, and have a nice day.